Oh, I actually know why I'm laughing. Hold on, I'll be over in the chat in just a second. I just thought of something dumb. Oh no. Oh no, bro. Bro is wearing the same hoodie. He's trying to recapture the same magic. We're not making it out of roads today, yo. Bro is wearing the same hoodie as the last stream. Blood thinks he can recapture the same fire. Okay, hello. Stream is on. Let me let the homies know. Stream is on. And we go. Hello guys. Hello guys and gals. Me Mudahar here. Okay, we back. He's going crazy again. Chat. This man is crazy. Chat. Should I do some Pegasus practice? Let's do one or two things. Even though like practicing right now is gonna feel like, you know, doing exams. You know, like, you know, when you have an exam and like if you like try to God damn it, what's the word? If you try to, you know, read again before the exam and how that's bad or whatever, this is what this is gonna be. Practicing Pegasus right now before even making it there in the actual run. God of War 2, everybody. It'd be nice to beat it on the 30th attempt. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. The last attempt, when I lost, man, it shattered me. First of all, the first ever mistake in that entire fight was the fact that I used one more Gorgon Rage than I had to. Which isn't a big deal. It's not a big deal. I could have managed with the magic that I had left. Then comes the second issue, which was the actual main thing that Doom does in there. Which was, surprise, surprise, God of War 2 jank. Parrying the beam did not petrify everybody as it should have, but it didn't. Because, you know, because it makes sense. Like, that's consistency, right? Like, you're looking for consistency in God of War? There it is. From there on, managing was very, very poor. And today we're hoping to fix that if we ever make it back there. Best attempt ever. It would have been the absolute best thing in my channel's history if it actually happened. Like, it's just sad that it didn't happen, yo. Sad. Whatever, man. It would have been so fitting. Like, the timing. The foreshadowing with that baller ass metal community post. It's basically quoting Virgil. Except for the first couple of words. Tonight's Oko will be absolute. You're not worthy as my opponent. Like, imagine, and if I had gotten it, like, in that attempt. It would have been crazy for the storytelling, yo. Like, Zeus tried to stop us, you know, as a corny storyline in the song that would have been made or whatever, you know. Like, that would have been amazing. But alas, grab my ass. It's sad that that didn't work out. And imagine, like there's another element to the timing that would have been perfect, and is that Dante released his Oko a day prior. Like, imagine if I... Whatever, man. It's gone. Nothing is unwinding, rewinding, whatever at the time. Just sad. I wish we got it that attempt. It would have been perfect. Like, the storytelling, the character development throughout the stream, and like I generally explained all the strats amazingly as I played. Like, got a new personal best and beat it. Imagine if that was the headline. Would have been amazing. But anyways, I'm here to do 2 attempts at this. See if I can no damage it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we rush. From now on, I'm gonna try to pause more under stress. It's for the best. See like how here pausing helped? And like even in the last attempt and the attempt before, I did pause in here, but like I'm gonna try to pause more in encounters the moment they go wrong. The moment our super linear strat does not go right, we will pause to try to analyze what's going on. Now I've always acknowledged that to be something useful. Big V offers it. Like even I have, you know, I know pausing in the middle of stress is kind of gonna serve as a nice, you know, de-stress. Like you kind of relieve yourself from all the stress. It's just that while stressed in the middle of an encounter in this fucking Oko, it's just the last thing I think about is to pause the game. All that I think about is to just manage, and I'm scared to pause at any moment of the game. That's what usually happens. But anyways. And I'm dead, I'm not, somehow. This somehow would have worked in the Oko though. And that's another dub. Let's hope we get the third. Why did you start from here? Just practicing this for a bit. Because I really want to make it back to the Loom Chamber. I'm sorry, you know, mentioning the issues that happened in the last stream that led to our demise. The first one I should have mentioned was the power going off. That is where true tragedy struck. Right, like we did beat the sisters, we could, you know, save in there. But like, man, I'm in my perfect form. Why did you shut down the power? Like, it threw me off balance. I was in such a nice adrenaline rush right after beating the Sisters of Fate. Power shuts down and just, the rest is history. It is what it is. We'll try to get it today. I just really do not want to lose here, man. It's gonna be tedious. It's gonna be accepting if we lose here. It's gonna be like totally fine if we lose here. Just like still, it's annoying to lose here. This is gonna be the last attempt. I have a feeling we're gonna take a hit for whatever reason. Somehow gonna take a hit. Oof, oof. There you go. That's that. Inshallah, inshallah, indeed. May the force be with you. Let's start. Now, I hope to not lose in 2 spots. In every spot, actually, I just want to make it back to the Loom Chamber. I just want to make it back to the Goon Chamber. Why doesn't he practice opening that encounter he lost the last time? Because I did, like, yesterday. I did a lot of practice there. Even though I already was doing a lot of practice there, I still took the L to something iffy about the encounter, and it's the enemies not being visible behind the barrier when trying to do something, which I should have known better. But like generally the main issue with that whole segment that went wrong was that the beam did not petrify everybody. Then comes my fault, and it's not improvising. I should have known better. I should have known not to trust that. It doesn't work consistently. It's poor piss. You think you're doing the explosion of the petrification, but it does not petrify everybody a lot of the time, especially in the Loom Chamber. And I know that. I know that. I just should have known better. That's all. It's literally all there is to that. This got done quick. Why did you lose magic though? The thing where I lost magic at the start encounter is that I got stressed that I might, you know, get overwhelmed. And like I did another Gorgon Rage when I was supposed to just do one. But that wasn't anything critical. Like, we could have still managed with the magic that we had, you know, for the second wave of the Sirens and whatnot. That wasn't that huge of a deal. Like, it just threw me off balance, but, you know, nothing like huge. For some reason the auto lock took me there. Hey chat, hello struggler, hello struggler, dodo boy. So we come over here and we jump into it. Let's jump into it. Plume these guys so that they don't close the distance and jump into it. Usually this encounter is much easier with like, you know, Poseidon's Rage in here, but we don't have that because we saw with New Game Plus so that we can skip cutscenes. This whole run is gonna be in New Game Plus, but it's gonna be a vanilla New Game Plus. So like, it's not a New Game Plus, but it is a New Game Plus. It's a bit complicated. It's basically a vanilla run, the normal run, how we would normally go and upgrade stuff and all that. It's not a New Game Plus. But the one aspect about it that is New Game Plus is that we can skip cutscenes. That's literally about it. I guess that and the fact that we don't have the blue maxed out blades. We have the red level 1 blades, which deal the same damage as those blades. So basically I'm handicapping myself here. I don't even have Poseidon's Rage at the start. All of this so that I can skip cutscenes throughout the entirety of the run. And the run will still take 5 hours and more. Because it's not a no upgrade run like God of War 3, where we just... the goal is just kill everybody on sight, skip more encounters and whatnot. The goal in here is to actually get a lot of orbs and to actually treat it like a normal run. But it is very, very stressful. Like, from here all the way until we get to Euryale's boss fight and we get the head of Euryale, we don't have anything upgraded. That is basically the routing. Hello chat, hello Scorpion. The routing goes Euryale's head maxed out, Barbarian Hammer level 2, Chronos Rage maxed out, Typhon's Bane maxed out, Barbarian Hammer maxed out, then upgrade the blades as much as you can. Which, by the Sisters of Fate, it'll be at level 3. By the time we reach Deuce, it'll be at level 4. So let's see how it goes. Best of luck, bro. Thank you. But yesterday, honestly, yesterday was such an event, yo. Like, it was unlike any other stream, obviously. Because the personal best got beaten. Why did I come over here? Whatever it is, what it is. I'm gonna try out the safe strat in here. Boom, boom, boom. You get head in this game? You didn't know? You had no luck with that siren though, sadly. So what happened was I petrified a siren ahead of me. There was 2 Gorgons and a siren behind that other barrier, so they couldn't reach me. And I just like, I petrified that siren, went to shatter her, attacked, and it didn't shatter. And that, again, threw me off balance. Because, like, my attack didn't reach. I should have done the Might of the King shockwave, like the fire shockwave with the hammer. That would have shattered her, even though it was uneven surface. Or, like, even if it didn't, I would have still kept my distance and, like, calculated what's coming to me behind the barrier. The barrier has a tendency of obscuring what's behind it and all that, you know. Seems like it's a lot of visual effects going on. And streams never used to watch before this, and it's great. That's really awesome to know, man. I myself am not a stream watcher, but I love streaming. But like, I'm glad people enjoy my streams. It's a lot of humor in those, a lot of memes get born, a lot of amazing gameplay. Yo, Zesty, hello Trendbra. Skipping cutscenes is a blessing from the God of War himself. Oh yes. This is all thanks to Wolf's Save Editor software, which I still haven't made a video for. I don't know when I'm gonna make a video for. I said I'm gonna make a video, but I still haven't made one. So here's the iffiest spot in the entirety of the prologue. If you don't count the Hands of Death.
Show no mercy.
All of this so that we get less enemies in this hallway right here.
With honor.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. We usually get 0 enemies in here if done right, but like sometimes the Rhodians really make this hard. But it is what it is. That's better than having like what, 6 Rhodians with melee attacks and 3 archers at the end of the hallway, which would have been a lot easier if I had, you know, Poseidon's Rage. But we don't have Poseidon's Rage. We have this, and that is essentially not allowed to be used in combat since it's a new game plus tool. Even though, like, I've heard Dante say it deals the same damage as the Poseidon's Rage if like on one target.
For the good of all Olympus.
How's the spirit today? I'm very excited to play. I just hope nothing breaks this hype chain that I have for myself right now. We wait for these 2 guys to shoot at the same time. Maybe they won't. Let's drag these guys a bit closer. There are 2 archers at the end. I want them to shoot at the same time. And that's about good. Block until they both shoot again. Anytime now. Just get a clear opening after they both shoot and then run away. Open the door. Boom, boom. Ush. 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 Boom, boom. Damn. We wait for this guy. Boom. 2 archers on screen. When they will shoot, you climb up. When they all shoot, you grab your target. Boom, boom, bam. Almost got hit with that arrow right after I came out of my block. What do you plan on doing after this, like when you beat Oko of God of War 2? A bunch of proper God of War runs, and then after like a long break, we're gonna hopefully go into God of War 1 Oko, which is gonna be a whole thing of its own, but it's gonna have to wait for now. NG Plus allowed? It's not allowed, no. I'm only going in NG Plus, and with a save editor on my PC, I made it so my health and magic are at level 1, so basically like a normal new game. I have all my things at level 1, so basically like a normal new game. And I'm handicapping myself by like not having the blue blades, having the red level 1 blades instead, which deal the same damage as the blue maxed out blades in a normal new game. Boom. Hello Zesty, hello Tommy. 89% watching and only 31 likes. Why y'all not liking the goddamn stream? Yes please, like. So like right here in a normal new game, this would have been easier. I would be just Poseidon's Raging and this would be done in like 10 seconds. But like we only have the level 1 blades. And we throw the hand at that first phase because it's like is the phase with the most health. Like this right now, beating his hand right now. This has less health than the first like stage or phase or whatever you call it. Is this to Zoomer Zoo presents Oko? Will you ever do another God of War 3 Oko again? Why would I do that? I did the perfect one. No upgrade 1 plus. Sometimes the thought that does kick into me and I'm like, what if I get like what if I do a vanilla God of War 3 Oko? So basically allow upgrades and yada yada. But no. The idea of it seems fun, but let's just not do it. It's a lot of things. It took me long enough to get the first one. Not saying getting another one's gonna be as hard as getting that first one. But let's just not dive there, okay? The donations are in the description, by the way. For anyone wondering if they could donate, that's the only way. Like donating a PlayStation card to my email down below. Just like donating actual money is not a thing here. The bank system is weird here. Before we follow this, there you go. Now we started a normal vanilla. Like nothing is like different. The only thing that the New Game Plus thing gives us right now is the cutscene skill. As you saw from the start all the way to here, I never used Chronos Rage because it wouldn't be allowed. And I'm using the sniper on his ass and boom. How about God of War Ragnarok, Oko? No. Let's go. Ring out? Maybe not. Can I donate a goat or a horse? You can. How many of you guys have played God Hand? I have a couple of questions. Have any of you here played the hardest difficulty of God Hand? Is there a way to receive any international payments in Kurdistan, like from family or friends? Yeah, we do have a bank for that. It's called First Iraqi Bank. Or like generally transferring money can work with like multiple banks in here. Just not in this Google way that we have here on YouTube. It's like YouTube is linked to Google AdSense. That's how donations are, you know, transferred and whatnot. What the hell? Why am I not nailing this? It's been like 10 streams where I can't get this right. God Hand the Goat, you played the hardest difficulty? Have you played a challenge run called KMS? I don't know what it stands for, but we made a joke about what it stands for, but that's not what it stands for. KMS is like a challenge that does not allow you to use your devil trigger. Whatever there is in the game, a mechanic that looks like devil trigger, and does not allow you to use special attacks. Or super attacks, whatever they're called. Has any of you done that? God Hand was goated back then. Even now. Planning to get into it pretty soon. I'm just trying to get Okami for now. Like literally yesterday I said I was done with Okami. But then like I don't know. I hear all the good things about it. There's a someone I talked to called Birdman, a friend of mine. He really loves the game and shills for it and glazes it to all hell. Then there's Mr. Wright, that you all know. He also says it's a very creative combat with a lot of reactions from the enemies. You know. That's why I'm like kind of conflicted about completely dropping it. It's like, I don't know why it's not clicking, man. And I'm dead serious when I say I keep on falling asleep whenever I play it. Oh fuck, man. God Hand is a hell of a game. It's called God Hand, not Devil Trigger. The DT thing, so it's called God Hand. Okay, what did I miss about the KMS? Krillin myself. Basically, yeah. No roulette, no god hand unleash. Roulette is like the special attacks? I basically had a couple of options of games to get into. Now Birdman really sold Okami for me. That's why I chose it to start getting into. There's also Vanquish on the table. There is God Hand on the table. There is Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2. A lot of games really that I'm planning to play, but I'm not in a hurry to play. So I chose Okami because why not? I've been having trouble sleeping. I should try Okami. I don't want to share that reputation for the game. The game is beautiful. It just never captured me with its, I don't know, approach. I don't know. Oh man. Like if Birdman hears this, he's literally in front of my door at 2 a.m. tonight. God of Hand is better than God of War 2 when it comes to lag, jank, and bugs. Oh, more jank than God of War 2. We'll see it. I've been having trouble sleep. I should try Okami. I should read that. I don't know why I read that again. Just read. I just read that, okay? Boom. Wish Birdman could pull up someday. Great guy. Yeah. Vanquish is also awesome. Finished a couple of days ago. Vanquish, being a platinum game, instantly gives it the pass as like the best game of all time.
Why does our God struggle?
What are your thoughts on the fan-made remaster of God of War 2? Is there a whole fan-made remaster or what? Or is it just a CG Unreal Engine 5 demo thing? This is a whole waste of time if you're at attempt 30. This is not even attempt 30. This is probably attempt 70. This is the 30th stream of the Oko. And you know, I'm determined to get it. It's a huge goal. That's what I like about it. Submit. No mods in the chat today. True Gamer fell to the wrath of exams. True Gamer. He truly examined all over us. Let's get it. The first run killer of the run. That hand started swinging way too fucking fast. Come on. Did you see that? That hand swung when I was way too far. Like, how did it even swing towards my direction?
Athena, you will.
I want to watch a quick replay of that. I don't know why that hand just swung like that, even though it was out of reach. If there was ever a thing that shouldn't have happened, was that back there. That hand swung right before I could make it there. Like, I don't know why it even happened. I was way too out of range for that hand to grab me. Usually you gotta be in range for it to grab you. I don't know what went wrong there. We'll make it back there in like 20 minutes. We already lost. I knew this. I knew this would happen. We like the problem with the Oko is that you make it far, but you don't really have certainty, especially in this game, that you're gonna make it back there again. Zesty Prime? No, I got a new name nowadays. Mustafa Crime. Not Crime. Mustafa Prime. It's basically from an Instagram reel that I saw. It was Optimus Prime dancing. And like it was an Arabic tune in the background. They called him Mustafa Prime. And I saw that name. You can find the God Hand ISO on Cool ROMs. I have God Hand on PS3. I don't need to emulate it. Have you played Doom Eternal? Yes. I recently downloaded it to my Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch, bitch. Nintendo bitch. And I got to find out that it was very horrible to play any shooter with high precision aiming on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know why that just kicked onto me when I got Doom Eternal. The fuck is that name? You mean the Zesty name or the Mstafa name? Stig Optimuson? He's had worse names, trust me. Bro has a Switch in the big year of 2024, and come on, it is a fucking amazing console. Like, I was playing with it a lot yesterday. Like, I played Okami on there. I have a lot of games on there, man. Like all the Nintendo exclusives. I don't need to get into them, but besides that, playing Arkham City on my handheld, on my bed, is just amazing. It's just a moody game. I love playing it while chill like that. I be that chill dude. And it is the amazing port, like the original PS3 and Xbox 360 port. It's not the shitty remaster that destroyed the lighting. You know, since the remastered came out and it just wrecked the lighting of Arkham City for whatever reason. There's no longer this bluish tone like roads in here. Imagine if the remake of God of War 2 took this vibe right now, this bluish war vibe, and turned it all, you know, pitch black, no art style driven thing, no nothing. That would be horrible. Which camera system would you like in God of War remakes? First person or the original camera system? This original camera, of course. Zesty chose a gay name, so he's sus. Actually, when I got this name, Zesty, I got it way before it got butchered by the internet. So like, you know, I got it from like a randomized Xbox gamer tag. I always bring up this story to justify the horrible name. Like at the time, I couldn't really set up an Xbox 360 account. My friend was like, yo, I'm gonna give you this account that has like a month of Xbox Live. You can just play games online and yada yada. And like I access that account and it tells me choose a name and it like automatically makes a name for me. And it chose Zesty Warp 7G. And like at the time it did not really identify with super gay and all that. The same way the word, you know, fruity got organized around that whole meaning. So yeah. And even when I started like doing YouTube and all that in 2021, I did not know it's associated with that. I'm expecting a Loom Chamber death. Please keep on expecting that. Last stream, Mr. Vipin said, I'm expecting a Loom Chamber L, and it became true. I died there. So the prophecy was weird. Me seeing Zesty fail the Oko because the fail of electricity. This is how you face me, coward. As I said at the start of the stream, it would have been amazing for the storytelling of the Oko. Yo, Zeus took the power out in the middle of the Oko, but Zesty returned and destroyed the Oko and yada yada yada, you know? All in all, it would have been just cool. But you know what's more important than cool? Actually getting the Oko. It doesn't matter if the storyline would have been cooler to tell like in a song or whatever. After I got the Oko yesterday, maybe. It's like I usually make songs about Okos and challenge runs and everything really. So all I'm saying is imagine the story if yesterday was the day. But it doesn't matter as long as we get it. Dude, imagine if this guy just shot me as I'm trying to, you know, belly dance around him. But I'm not sad. A song after Oko where it's gonna kick ass. There's a lot to choose from. And usually Oko started this whole wave of metal tracks that I cover. And not rap tracks like I used to. Did you practice the Loom Chamber off stream? Or is it straight up you playing after the raw balls to the walls? No. I did the Loom Chamber, you know, off stream yesterday. Did a lot of attempts that weren't really necessary since I already practiced a lot. Like things just went wrong after that parry didn't work. I don't know if I forgot that the beam parry doesn't work properly or what. It just didn't work. And the moment it didn't work, it threw me off balance. But like the main thing we can ever blame, number one, is the power turning off. The power outage. Number two would be the excessive use of magic when I shouldn't have. But that's a very minor thing to complain about. Like nothing really was lost even by then. And number three would be the like I'm going one by one basically right now. The third fault was the beam parrying. Like the Gorgon, you know, beamed me. I tried to parry it and did actually successfully parry it. A Gorgon right in front of me did not get petrified, whereas the Gorgon right away from me got petrified. It was stupid, all in all. Basic God of War 2 jank. Just another day in the office for God of War 2. All the last attempt taught us was that yoga is goated. It had a lot to do with the composure in a lot of the encounters. But like generally, man, wow. Thought you said if you got kicked at the Loom Chamber, you wouldn't even be mad. Like, I am not mad. I'm not like you. Usually when I get mad, it's way more than this. This is nothing. What? I got mad at the jank there. It's a respectful L, but like you can't not be mad at the jank. I parried a beam, like even you saw me mumbling to myself. Like I lost all sense of comprehension at that moment. I was like, but I parried a beam. I was still left back there. Why didn't my parry work or whatever? When it should have, it totally should have. It just didn't because of a bug that God of War 1 and 2 suffered from. And then comes when you stretch far enough up the game's asshole comes my fault, which is not accounting for something like that going wrong, which I should. I should just account for stuff going wrong like that. Ah, it is what it is. From now on, I have procedures, like, in case the game doesn't work, which I know sounds crazy, but it is a thing. Sometimes this game does not want to work. Like, it does not do its job. Something that, like, 90% of the time does its job, all of a sudden decides to not do its job. It's actually a thing in this game. God of War 2 sucks is what you're saying. I see no lie. This jank doesn't hurt. It does hurt the experience of the game by a little bit, but it's only so damaging in the Oko for me. Normally something that janky happens, I just restart the encounter and have my fun. Or I take the hit and it is what it is. I just fucking the hell with a projectile of a siren hitting me. It's just that it's crucial in this run, in this type of run. This is what truly shows the jank of the game. Because it matters. The jank matters here when it happens. Which is the best God of War in your opinion? God of War 3. Always has been, always will be, always has been. Hold on, let's dump some of these into this. We're done. But you knew about the duck. It's in Wright's Bestiary. No, I didn't read Wright's Bestiary. I did know about the bug though. I also know about the Gorgon's Rage not petrifying everybody. So like, from now on, after we parry a beam, I'm gonna take a small little second to like analyze what's on screen. Who got petrified? Who didn't get petrified? Which is still bullshit. Like, you're supposed to get like a guaranteed petrification for everybody. But we have to take these procedures if you want to succeed. Zesty, I like your name, Zesty. For some reason, any name starting with Z is cool. Because the last letter and it's so different than a lot of other letters, other than C maybe. That's cool. Z. I remember when I used to call Haristos Zaristos? Zaristos Zimnos? What's the one thing you hate about the older God of Wars? The unskippable cutscenes. Without skipping cutscenes, the beginning would still be torture. It will be more of a torture than what it is right now, which is just taking a huge time of my life. There would be like 15 minutes of cutscenes in the prologue. If we didn't have this thing activated where I skip cutscenes and all that. And the whole game has like an hour and 15 minutes of cutscenes. So like without this whole bug that I'm doing right now that allows me to skip cutscenes, would be here for an hour longer. You know how it is. I'm back for good now. Hello, Alpha. Hello, Alpha. What is your best cover song? The Oko of the Zest Man. That is the best thing ever. Nothing is topping that. Like the energy behind it, the storytelling, the screaming and creaming. Flashing Lights is his best cover, obviously. Come on. For real, that Oko of the Zest Man Sabaton cover. Since like it's the same name in a way. The Attack of the Dead Men. You have Chronos in this part of the game? We don't use it because it's not allowed. I'd say my second best cover would be the Linkin Park one. The latest video on them on my channel, basically. That is the best. Is it objectively the best cover? I don't know. It has some very, very nice vocals. But not even objectivity wise. The Oko of the Zest Man, that is just unbeatable in my eyes. The first verse is written by Zimnas. The first verse and the hook. So like Gozovich, then and again, Tagada, El, Zesty Man. These are all written by Zimnas. With some words changed, of course, because it's not appropriate. The second verse is written by me. It covers the story of why we switched to no upgrade 1+. The midsection, you know, the bridge to the last chorus, the explosive chorus at the end, that is done by me. You know, where I included the in-video screams of victory that I have. Like all of them, the forefathers one and all bear witness. And like the it's all cover and all the screams basically. That was my choice to add in there. You know, Dante did have his own choice of adding things as well. You know how after being done with like, and that's when the L-men get zesty again, and then the one who's actually talking when he says 20 arrows so far, stop moaning, that is Zimnas, and that is Dante's choice to add it in there. It was from an unlisted video Haristos made. Dante added something else, which is vocals at the start of the video, where it goes, "A man's strength is judged when his back is against the wall," or whatever, some gay ass lines. And he added more vocals, backup vocals to the end chorus, where was a bitch, then and again, attack of the L. That while that happens in the background, I go, "That's when the dead men are marching again." Basically, the whole thing. So it's a huge team effort, and the amazing video editing by Dante, fucking legendary, yo. That is objectively the best because a lot of it worked on it. There you go. That's the reaction that we wanted. Because that hand is not supposed to attack that early on. But I attacked, man. Come on! I attacked! I literally have frame advantage! That's 2 times! I have frame advantage! Today is not the day, man. Relapse is either the best music work Zesty has done. Okay, nah, you know, I would do a lot of these verses much better. Because the thing is with that, you know, relapse, but it's just my voice videos, that the beats are good, but like even the verses are good. It's just I could have done a much better job for the verses, you know? Like I actually could have slapped it out of the water if I did stuff nowadays. But then again, now and then are 2 different time periods. Like now I can obviously scream a lot more freely, as you may have seen in the streams and all that. Today is just not the day. We're not making it out of the prologue. The hands of Hades could not hold the L. Also drive by. Yo, Voy. I'm considering not even jumping up in the last part of the hands. Like that back there, I obviously had frame advantage. Unless the hand was barely, you know, on screen to attack me and in range to attack me. That is the only way to explain what happened back there. Oh man. The Rhodians are literally spawning in, what the fuck? Like spawning from underground? Can't believe I took 2 L's to the hands of death. It is a run killer though, so it's always fine to just accept and restart in there. Just that it's annoying to restart in the Oko. Like in general, it is annoying to restart. It's been like almost an hour into the stream and we haven't made it past the prologue. It is the usual when you make it far into an attempt before. Tonight isn't the night. It has a very slight chance of being the night if we make it past the Hands of Death and the Pegasus too. So it's like from there on it is pure skill and jank. The only thing stopping in our way is the jank at that point. And not actual run killers that can turn the game upside down if they want to. Which right now, ironically enough, the Hands of Death did that twice. It is what it is. This time for Silence Rage. And it doesn't work if I press L2. Minor inconvenience to the Zest man. It is what it is. I will call it off if today is not the day. After like an hour and a half of attempts. With no avail. You know, dying here, dying at the Typhon's Mountain. I'll call off the stream. That is the nature of these Oko streams. I either go far, and by that point there is no coming back unless I feel really tired. Or, you know, you have attempts like these, streams like these that basically go nowhere. These streams are good as deleted, like right after they're done. You literally got to the Barbie King on your first attempt, but then we barely even made out of Peggy 2 for the next 10 streams maybe. Yeah, I remember that.
Show no mercy!
Which, like, I know not in a million years would that attempt be it, because knowing what I know now, a lot of the strats changed. Like, if you actually go back and watch the practice streams for the Oko, I want to say night and day, but like, it is drastic how many strats got changed from the practice sessions to now. So like, imagine in a very fucked up, messed up world where that was the attempt we get W. Like literally just go up to the end. How did we even beat Pegasus 2 in that stream? Do you delete streams that fail miserably? No. I'm just feeling like deleting ones from now on. Because people tune into the VODs of these sometimes, expecting something just to watch nothing happen. It's not fun. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you, says Zesty to the Oko. I kinda rooted for your downfall because I wanted to see more Okos. Wow. They hate us because they ain't us. How much more can you really take before you call this off? There is no calling this off from now on. I called it off once. Return to it now. There is no going back now. Okay. Discuss yoga? I am not about to. I do have a degree in breathing techniques now though. So hey, more street cred. Or I guess less street cred? Zesty is him. Never back down, never give up. Never back down, never what? You called off twice? I called off twice? No. The first one wasn't calling it off. The first one was basically acknowledging that this is impossible on a stream. Which, playing this off stream is like much better than on stream. But now I'm determined to do it on stream just because I said so.
Show no mercy!
That's almost like... That is 3 times this this encounter goes right.
Die with honor!
It's like the 3rd time this attempt surprisingly goes smooth. Don't delete the VODs. Now that would be truly a waste of time for streaming this anyway. I mean, I don't make money off streams, so the monetary gain is already gone. But besides that, no one really wants to watch 2 hours of failure and no advancement, especially at this point of this whole debacle.
What I do now,
30 streams. People want to see the W.
all Olympus.
So it's understandable if viewers drop more and more as we're going into the attempts. Because I truly can see this going to God knows how many attempts. It's just a lot. You never know what attempt is going to be the dub. Because getting good is not enough in this game. Getting good is not enough. That's the problem. You just gotta break it in and have patience. Getting good is just not the end goal, which sucks generally. With God of War 3, getting good was the end goal. Just get good at the game. You Oko it eventually. This one is hitting us with all sorts of bullshit. All the time. All the fucking time. Both of you at the same time, please. Come on. Believe me, and I swear to God. You know what I was doing at L1 from here on? Where Kratos comes out like this, blocking. And I swear to God, that was basically what I was doing the entire time. It's like grab and hold L1. The timing for that fucking arrow, man. Like, the timing for that fucking arrow, yo. How do you even do that? Shit. 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 Run, killers, he said. Now, where we would have maybe won at the hands of death, we failed somewhere else before. Such is life. I think you should stream something else alongside doing the Oko too. Like you said, balance. That'll come eventually. What? This week I've streamed twice the Oko. It's just that you can't help but stream Okos, man. Like once you get like in the zone, you can't help but stream it. Goodith is but the first step in the God of War 2 Oko. Tell that to the game. Yo, Goku when? Are you a yogist? This guy really just didn't get attacked, huh? I wonder why. I started to believe this Oko is impossible. So many things can end the run easily. So many things. Like that back there wasn't jank. You are legitimately open for like a bit of amounts of frames. So that back there was not jank. That back there was just unfortunate. The timing for that archer to shoot literally as I came out of the grab. Like you've seen me like 2 attempts before, right? I parried an arrow after grabbing something. And now you've seen me hold on. Now you've seen me actually take a hit as I'm holding L1 after that grab. So you're not really safe. Use your yoga rage. I want to see the Pegasi. Okay. Say no more. Would God of War 3 be a 20 out of 10 if it had Rage of the Titans? I mean, it's already a 20 out of 10. What are you talking about? Something else that would actually increase God of War 3's ranking in numbers, if you ever were to rank it in numbers. So you gave it a 10 out of 10. Something that would actually give it an 11 out of 10 would be collision scaling. But then again, it doesn't suffer without it. If you keep failing at hands, check my strat, maybe it helps. What strat you got? Because it took long to figure out the strat that we have as is. If you have anything else, let us know. But we're not going to try in this attempt. I'm going to try only if I fail. I'm still going to go with my strat because like that is the most optimal. It's just we've been getting unfortunate shit happening in there 2 times now.
Show no mercy!
Cutscene skipping would be good, a genuine NG plus. Come on, Zesty, you can escape from the Colossus loop. It's not the Colossus that's problemating us. If that's not a word, make it. It's a pattern. At this point, this stream is. One hour and then we're here. Terrible slime. Like I said, you jinxed it. The community post, right? We've had 2 unfortunate shit happening in the hands of that section, and one... Actually, yeah, the one we just took like 5 minutes ago was just a case of unfortunate timing. Like, that archer could not have shot at a better frame. That was like the perfect frame to shoot the God of War at. We ain't making it out of the prologue today. Seems like it. What the hell? Okay, man, come on. Hell, I'm gonna attack him here. I don't care. Get your ass on. Imagine Rage of the Titans plus the Blade of Olympus. Imagine how powerful, plus the Blade of Olympus. Imagine how powerful you'd feel. You kinda, okay, I'm sure you're talking God of War 3 Kratos because you have access to Blade of Olympus here with Rage, if you want to. How is the statue alive and why can it feel pain? You're asking the real questions, Rendo. If we make out second Pegasus, I'm certain we will reach at least the palace. If we make it out of there. Because, like, my biggest fear in every run is pretty much this. It's like... oh shit, they broke that urn. That is not a good sign. This is also not a good sign. Can I reposition? I'm gonna wait for an opening. Today's not the day, lads. I have to kill all. Or maybe I don't have to. Okay, we made it out of that. Okay, okay, fam. Okay, we somehow made it out of that. Dice here. Somehow we made it out of there. We are finished, fam. Today just doesn't want to work. Show no mercy. 1 2 1 2 2. Bum bum. Bam.
What I do now.
Prologue
I
acting
do
zesty
for the
today.
good of all Olympus.
What does the chorus of my Oko song say? Oh, blame prologue once again. Zesty man, grab again, job again. And it's literally funny since we've all died. I mean, all the deaths today are due to bad grabs. Literally, like the hands of death. Okay, can you shoot at the same time, please? I'm sorry, you guys can't see. These archers up there are supposed to shoot at the same time, then I advance. And then we open a door! Then this idiot comes in. Maybe he doesn't, whatever. Boom. We drop down. When they both shoot, we come over here. Don't shoot at the perfect time again, I swear to God. We good, we good, we good. Beep. Use magic, please. We're not allowed to. And we can't. It's just like I press L2 and it doesn't come out because of that manual save that I have. Who the fuck is Mr. Right? He's in the chat. Zesty prologue, best prologue. Now my favorite prologue is God of War 3. Brings a lot of variety into the gameplay. It's very awesome. And very hype like God of War 2. But that doesn't mean Poseidon is a better boss fight than Colossus. He's close. Very close, but like generally Colossus is a better boss fight. Much more dangerous, much more what do you call it? Challenging. The one in Poseidon with God of War 3 is also really cool. Since it has a lot of wall combat, ceiling combat, normal ground combat on top of guy's head, watching out for Poseidon's attack while attacking the sides. Guy pinning him to the wall, which is the most fun part of fighting the Poseidon boss. There's a lot you can do there, it's amazing. But like generally Colossus is a better fight. But the prologue, I prefer 3. I've talked about it before. It brings in wall combat at its best against a boss fight. It introduces a very nice new enemy grunt, which is the centaur. It's not like the same as the God of War centaur. It is very, very good. It's generally like a nice encounter. And like the hype is more than God of War 2. And just generally making it to Zeus, the climax, that's the best thing ever. So let's dump all these orbs, and now we have 0 orbs, like the intentional game route. Could you say what you were saying about Okami? Oh, right knows, trust me. If anyone would know, it's right. I told Birdman as well. But I generally just ask for advice. Like I told him, what do you do to enjoy Okami? What am I doing wrong? He did tell me skip all the story shit. Don't like sit through all the text dialogues and whatnot. And even doing that did make it a bit better. But still, I don't know. I may or may not play it again, you know. It's never the end of the world with me. I generally try to force myself to like games that I know are great. But just maybe this is a case where a great game is not clicking with me. It happens. There are a lot of amazing games out there that just did not seem to click with people. Ninja Gaiden 2 is like probably like in my top 5 action games of all time nowadays, even though I haven't even finished Master Ninja. It just says a lot about how amazing that game is. I played it yesterday. And yet that game did not click with many people. Many people. It clicked with a huge portion of the original Ninja Gaiden 1 fans, but it didn't click with the general audience. Or like even the original Ninja Gaiden fans. It didn't click with a lot of these guys too. But I still give games a lot of chances, even if they don't click with me. The problem I have with Okami is literally me falling asleep. Like I'm expecting way too much going on. Which a lot happens, but it is generally a calm and slow game. It's not like anything crazy. The story is not like... the story is cheesy and funny. That I can literally smell Hideki Kamiya through the screen while I'm playing. It's just that I'm not here for the story. Like other Hideki Kamiya games. Like I've played a lot of Hideki Kamiya games, like, and a lot of them are like generally my favorites. Maybe not like my favorites in their series, but like one of my favorite games of all time, sure. Like Devil May Cry 1 he made, that's my favorite Devil May Cry of all time. One of my favorite action games of all time. It is very, very good. Wonderful 101, what a game. Resident Evil 2, oh my god. That's like, that bounces between it and Resident Evil 3 on which one is my favorite. But like, I settle on Resident Evil 3 every time. I try to have that debate with myself. Generally, that man just makes such amazing games. Like Bayonetta 1. Just wow. And like, generally, him being at Platinum Games just describes game design for me. Even the games that he didn't make when he was at Platinum Games. Oh my god. You can see his influence. You can see it in Astral Chain. You can see it in the Metal Gear Rising. You can see it everywhere. Once you play God Hand, it will become your top 1 game. Okami is pretty chill, so there's no point playing it for action. It is Zelda from Kamiya. But I've heard good stuff about the action. Maybe not the action, maybe I'm wording it bad, and maybe I mean like combat. I've heard good things about the combat, but like I don't know. I've gotten some of the cool stuff, like the bomb thingy. Got the dodging option, got the fourth attack. I got, you know, the sword. Basically, you get it early. Using the brush on enemies to kind of blind them is very, very cute. There's a lot of reactions on the enemies. That's a point of contention, or I don't know what contention even means. That's a point of defense that Mr. Wright brought up as he was describing the game for me. And like, I know there's a lot, that's why I'm still conflicted about dropping it completely. It's usually the way with me. I say I drop a game, but then I'm like, man, there has to be a reason why this is so good. And I revisit it and I turn out to be correct with like revisiting it. I generally don't give up quick on games. Why do you waste time picking up Gorgonite? To max out the health meter, so that the Gorgonite chest in the future of the run turn into Red Oak's chest. The routing of the run basically depends on it. Y'all know them weird Japanese ads? Imagine if it's a game. Is Ninja Gaiden good? I wanted to buy it. The Master Collection is complicated. I don't know really what to tell you. Ninja Gaiden 1 Sigma is amazing. Ninja Gaiden 2 is shit compared to the original. Like, if you can get a original Xbox 360 version, play it with the backwards compatibility or however, I don't know, like emulating it. Ninja Gaiden 3 is Ninja Gaiden 3. I mean, you could play it and have fun, but like it's nothing compared to 1 and 2. So it's fucked up. Ninja Gaiden Black is like the best version of Ninja Gaiden 1. Sigma does some stuff better than Black. You know. 2, only the original is amazing. The Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma is just great because it's built off of the skeleton of the original Ninja Gaiden. I cannot believe this. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Or maybe it's the game, you know? I'm gonna do something. Hold on. Maybe there's something wrong with the game. Is OG Ninja Gaiden 1 a good version compared to the Sigma or Black? It is good, but like, when you have Black or Sigma, it's much better. Today, these hands are just attacking. Like, they're throwing strays left and right. And I know it's the game's fault. Check the strat. Not the day? Obviously not the day. This is going to be the last attempt I'm going to try. And, like, if this keeps up, I'm just going to delete this stream, honestly. It's a huge waste of everybody's time. Nobody's supposed to watch this. Check the strat. Did you share it? Couldn't find your strat, White Wolf. Peak God of War 2 gameplay. The section is just ass. What can I say? And like, it's weird the amount of L's I'm taking. I never failed this many times here. You got a Discord server, Zesty? If no, then do you have plans to make one? I don't have plans to make one, no. There is a Discord server though. It's a fan-made one that I'm also in. Bro catching straight hands today. Yeah, this is gonna be the last attempt today. If it's not the day, it's not the day. It is what it is. 4 times the charm? I just want to make it past the fucking prologue. See, this is the thing with the Oko. 1 second you're killing shit. Next, you're in an attempt where you can't even make it past the prologue. And I predicted it. That's the good thing. I predicted that this is how the Yoko is gonna turn out today. Pure melancholy. Nothing resembling the last stream where it was perfect. Why not upgrading blades? It's literally the last weapon we upgrade in the routing. Game be dirty today? I don't know what it is. I swear I don't know what it is. Like, the hands are usually not that difficult. They never swing before I do. What is it today? What's your favorite villain in the God of War series? I feel like Heimdall was pretty cool. My favorite is Zeus. Did you do the same thing in the first God of War? This Oko shit? No. Are you gonna break the continuation or just make the next one 30? No, the next one's gonna be number 31. You know what? I'm not gonna delete this stream. Whatever. Let's keep it for history. For people to see all the attempts. Is Ninja Gaiden Master Collection worth it then? Or is it shit? I really can't tell. I haven't played Sigma 1. Harisos has played Sigma 1 and he says it's a good game. But then again, when you like compare it to like the original, it is dog shit. Nothing compared to the original. So I'd say it's not worth it. I say if you have an Xbox, get the Ninja Gaiden Black version of the game for Ninja Gaiden 1. And for Ninja Gaiden 2, get the original. It is available in the store, you can buy it. But like generally, what I'm curious about right now is what is wrong with the Hands of Death? It is bullshit, it is RNG, but this level of RNG? It like has a 5% chance of ending my runs nowadays. You can't tell me all 4 times that I've filled to it today, the 5% of the, you know, L ratio is being like in full effect. It's crazy. Oh, GX Plus is hard to emulate. I can play PS3 games on my PC, but Xbox is hard. Usually you have no reason to emulate the Xbox 360, but with Ninja Gaiden you surely have to. If I fail again in the prologue, I'm gonna just go to the Loom Chamber, do a couple of attempts to show you guys there. You jinxed it. It is what it is. What is the like literal meaning of jinxing? I've only heard it in memes. Tomorrow, make a community post saying that you'll get W on your win. So it's about the foreshadowing, what comes before, huh? I'm already waiting for 31st attempt. Fair. This attempt was a waste of time for everybody. We learned nothing. We're taking straight L's to an RNG section and calling it a day. What the fuck, man? Shut your whole ass up. Where is he attacking? There? Yeah. Somehow he's still attacking there. What? Whoa there, Sonny. Ah! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill. Chill. You know what this motherfucker reminds me of? Like a guy that's suddenly mad at his wife for, you know, spending all his life savings or something or whatever. And he just goes onto the table, clearing the entire table to scare his wife. This man just... from one side to the whole other side. Colossus of Jank. Wow, what the hell even happened there? That's the reason why it isn't a waste of time. There is one reason why this stream is not a waste of time, yes. But wow. Motherfucker. Are you gonna come closer? Is this block gonna get pushed? Ah. Now we're set up for hell in this encounter. Don't shoot at the perfect time, archers, please. Thank you. Okay, we somehow barely made it past this section. The game is in tip-top condition. How did they allow this to just... How did they allow this to go, you know, gold, basically? This is still a demo of God of War 2, correct? Bro was gonna spam moves on you because of how many times he got killed today. That was the attempt to make it all up. Killing the soldiers there would mean more would spawn here? Yeah. For people wondering why I go through that weird strat, where I just try my best to not kill the Rhodians there. If I do, more Rhodians would spawn in that hallway you just saw me clear, which is a hard encounter. Basically a run killer, but it's just that it's not that much of a run killer. Because it can go wrong if it wants to go wrong. It is difficult in the sense that it's a run killer, believe it or not. We go forward. Boom. That's that. If you complete the One Hit K.O, will you make it into a big video? One giant commentary video over this, yeah. Maybe, you know? You never know. Shame my original PS2 discs of God of War 2 got busted. Damn shame. No frame perfect arrows, let's go. Crazy stuff. Hand me the tomato. He took a hit. I took a hit in the... I haven't made it past the prologue. In 1 hour and 30 minutes. Today is just not it.
With your godly power drained into the blade, it will have the strength to destroy all who defy the gods.
That short delay he does after that first pull of the blade is scary. And you guys wonder why the Hands of Death are always like a scary thing to me. It can just end runs like these. That's the fucked up part about it. It can just end runs if it wants to. Dude, I barely held down or like down. Control your jumping throws. You're not succeeding in the Hood Olympics like this. It's always a concern because it can just end out Oko like that. Some Dean jokes can make the day better. I'm back and Zesty is still here. What do you know? I guess that's RNG too. There's also that to worry about always. And like, here's the thing. I understand that you guys would think that I perfected the sections because literally I returned for like 5 to 6 streams, not a single L at the Hands of Death, nor even the Pegasus 2. Insane, I know, but I kept on telling you guys, trust me, I'm just getting lucky. Even when it looks like the RNG rates has been dropped significantly, it is essentially me getting lucky. That's it. Please do these. I want to see the Pegasus. I wanna get it this time. I'm not gonna jump this time though, because it seems like shit is not working anymore. I don't know what it is. I restarted the console. Why does Kojima spam his Instagram with the most random shit ever? Kojima and John Cena. Their names rhyme. Breathe yoga, Zesty? Come on. Don't be ridiculous. What is RNG? Random numbers generated, or random number generation, or whatever. Basically luck. Because Kojima is the GOAT? I'm gonna say something right now that you may not like, but like, I love Kojima a lot, but man, that guy just has problems. Like, we should thank him for the majority of what is in Metal Gear series, right? But like, most of the time, that greatness of Metal Gear came from other people telling him, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. That man is... I don't know how to describe it. Like, he's obsessed with Hollywood. It's a total obsession. To the point where it's damaging his creativity nowadays with games. Like, he's just using actors nowadays. Isn't that lazier than making a character? Like, Solid Snake is Solid Snake because you couldn't get a voice actor, you know, an actual Hollywood voice actor at the time. So like they had to go with David Hayter. And look at what that net him now. Like that is the voice actor for Snake. Any Snake. Like that man, if people didn't stop him from a lot of his decisions back in the day, he would have kind of done some pretty bad choices for the Metal Gear you love so much today. Having a bad day with the hands, very bad day with the hands. So even for me, which I'm a huge fan of Kojima, I acknowledge something. This man wasn't the entirety of the brain behind Metal Gear. There was a lot more that goes into Metal Gear than just Kojima. His team was just so good. His leadership was amazing, but at the same time, a lot of bad things would have happened if people just allowed them to do everything with Metal Gear. Like you never know about the things we don't know about. We know about some things, and some things that actually happened. You know, him replacing David Hayter for Metal Gear Solid 5. Which is a choice I'm mostly fine with, because the voice actor is fitting for Venom Snake in Metal Gear Solid 5. You'll know why when you play the game, but even if like he kept David Hayter, it would have been a better choice. Or like got creative with the use of David Hayter. Who knows? No, he just dished him completely. Like this man has a lot of issues nowadays with his games, and no one is telling him don't do this, don't do that. Now look at his games. I'm not saying Death Stranding is a bad game, okay? I haven't played it. I see the appeal. I'm sure I'll play it one day, but like, there's a lot of walking in that game. And it can be justified with like, yo, the walking has this balance to it, the walking has a mechanic to it, but like, broadly, Death Stranding is nothing compared to Metal Gear. And people need to acknowledge that. It's not all Kojima. Kojima has 90% of my DNA is movies in his bio. Metal Gear was made by people and publishers' restrictions. It's a team effort. That, and the fact that a lot of people at the time in the writers team and the development team were like he maybe had some stupid thing to go with, like, yo, I want this character to have this voice actor. Him not being able to go that far basically bred the Metal Gear you know and love today, with David Hayter, with all the voice actors, with the cheesiness, with this ending, with that ending. It's a lot that goes into it. Death Stranding is a good movie. He got his wish correct. Death Stranding sucks. He got his wish correct, I guess. Kojima is like the symbol of everything wrong with cinematic and immersive modern games. I fucking hate that bullshit. Modern games, yes. Notice how back in the day, he really wanted to make movie-like games, but they stayed games. It seems like nowadays, there is nobody that tells him, dude, this is a game. Like, do the cinematic thing you love so much. We all love you for that, but this is a game. Keep it. Keep the game in this game. Whereas it seems like there used to be someone who would tell him that back in the day. Nowadays, I don't really think there's anyone telling him, dude, don't do this, dude, do that, dude, don't do that. And that's what's breeding what you have nowadays with Kojima games. And we're done with the Hands of Death finally. It's like a general issue.
My lord, I knew you could not be killed.
So that's just a side piece thing that I wanted to drop about Kojima. I know it's probably not a thing a lot of people want to hear. But it is true that nowadays he's so up his own ass. No one is telling him this is wrong. No one is telling him stop. Like, I know you're trying to break the boundaries of gaming again, but like, dude, chill out. Like, some decisions this guy is making for his games are not gamey enough. Which admittedly, a lot of directors go that route, not just Kojima. Like Cory Barlog, go ahead and watch the fucking documentary of God of War 2. Cory was all about a game being video gamey. And then fast forward like 10 years later, a decade later, this man is a whole different man. Like, you don't recognize the Corey that directed God of War 2018. Tell the Corey of 2005-6 when he was directing God of War 2. Tell him that this is the Corey now who's directing God of War 2018. He wouldn't recognize himself. Like, he was all about a game being gamey. Then God of War 2018 happened with all the walking and cutscenes that are unskippable on launch, and it's like, it's literally a war crime, dude. Like, I don't know how that even, I don't know. But it's fine. 2018, when compared to Ragnarok especially, is much more gamey than Ragnarok. Much more. Much less walkie-talkies. At least got its cutscene skipping and all that. And yeah. The smell of money is strong. You can't say God of War 2018 is a pure, like, a money trap or whatever. The creativity behind it is just immense. You can't lie about that. With Ragnarok, it did turn into a formula. Yo, the Last of Us thing worked as a creative thing. Let's try it again. But like with 2018, that game is much more than just a money-grabbing Last of Us cloning game. Feels like Sony is ashamed of games. What can I say? They're ashamed of having video games being made for games. That's one thing I can say. Being made for gamers, sorry. That's one thing I can say. Games used to be literally made for gamers. Now they're made with gamers in mind. So like gamers are like a part of the customers, or you know. Before it used to be games are made for like specifically for gamers and for people who are movie enthusiasts and music enthusiasts and whatever enthusiasts to get into video games and the craft of video games. Now gamers are part of what consumes, you know, games. You're just a part of the entire medium. You're no longer the target audience. Crazy. Being a gamer and no longer the target audience for video games. It is just the truth. There's a term, Oscar bait, which can now be applied to modern games. They are made for the game awards and specific agendas. It's like, hey, please take us seriously, we are just like movies. Which I don't understand. Which I don't understand and understand in a far way. Like for starters, this is the thing I always bring up in a lot of streams. Video games are abusing their powers. They're abusing the fact that they can have music, narrative, and interactivity all in one. Where it used to be like a side cute thing that made video games the amazing science they are nowadays, turned into like a power abusing plant basically now, like right nowadays. Yo, I can have a story in my game. Of course with music and characters that talk and all that, and I can have interactivity. Oh, let's make Peter Parker specifically do the laundry. Oh, whoa. Let's make Peter Parker do the laundry while the player is controlling him, because like, why not do that, right? We have interactive storytelling. So games get into this loop. A lot of developers, they're the majority, get into this loop of abusing their powers as a medium that has all the powers. you're literally the only medium that allows interactivity and a narrative and music all in one. Movies can offer music and a narrative and, you know, a picture narrative. That's what I mean when I say narrative. That's movies. Music can offer a narrative, but not like not like in pictures and whatnot. Music can offer a narrative, and it's sonically amazing to listen to and all that. Yada yada yada. Music, we all know music. No need to dive deep into it. Games, it's a visual narrative. You can even read a book in a video game, in a lot of video games. So add to that the medium of books. Reading is in the games. Not something that I do a lot of, based on what Big V says. And you have music. And you have interactivity. It's a game. You're playing a game. And every game is supposed to be replayable. Nowadays, video games are forgetting the fact that games are generally replayable. You don't play poker once in your life, okay? You just don't fucking do that. 90% of addicts quit before winning. But now, on a serious note, you don't play card games once. You don't play football once. You don't play basketball once. You don't play a game once. And nowadays, with games coming out as, you know, things that you do once in your life, like maybe occasionally to revisit it as a whole package with the story, you gotta revisit it all. You can't like revisit the part you like about the game, which is the gameplay, because it's getting gatekept by whatever it is the design is asking of you. It's happening with a lot of games nowadays. God of War Ragnarok on launch had this amazing combat system, literally made with replayability in mind. Like the combat lead literally did it with replayability in mind. They said it in the promotions. It's obvious when you look at it. All the builds, all the whatevers you can have. Yet the game does not allow cutscene skipping when it has 7 hours of cutscenes. Not even counting walkie-talkies. You walk, you literally just hold the analog forward and you walk. It's not anything interactively crazy. You're just walking, you're interacting with a cutscene. Wow. Add to that the boat sections, add to that the climbing. It is horrible design. And that was the biggest problem I had with Ragnarok. And it seemed like for a long time, I was the only one in the space of YouTube critiquing that about God of War. It made me feel stupid. What? Am I the only one who has problems with this? All the God of War YouTubers, how are they just out there having fun? How come I'm not having fun? I'm a huge God of War fan. I've been a God of War fan since 2007. All I needed to see was like my friend's older brother play these games to get completely hooked. I'm like probably one of the biggest fans ever of God of War. How am I the only one complaining about this? And just before you say you weren't the only one complaining about this, literally search up the mainstream zone of God of War content creation. I am the forefront of whoever complained about the game design. No one else complained about it. And it pisses me off because people were just so fine playing a game that is designed this way, especially a God of War game designed this way. Like, I play God of War because I'm a huge fan, okay? Like, screw Ironwood, to hell with that. I enjoyed Ironwood, whatever. Let me skip it on a second playthrough. Everybody complained about that. There's not a single soul that didn't complain about Ironwood. And I didn't complain about it because it's Ironwood, because it's you're playing as Atreus, because it's this whole not Kratos thing. I complained about it because it's a whole gigantic, you know, unskippable section of a whatever. I can't even call that a cutscene. What am I gonna call this? A TV show? I don't know, man. But anyways, I've strayed way too far away from the chat. Let's keep on interacting with you guys. This stream will either go on for the next 6 hours or end with the Pegasus 2. You never know. Valhalla Oko for a single go is honestly doesn't sound that bad. Valhalla is a huge thing that I got excited for, and people were like, why are you excited? And like, bro, I know why I'm excited, okay? You don't just pull up and say, yo, this amazing combat system that we did not allow you to play initially when the game launched is now a roguelike game. You don't just say that and expect me to not get hyped. I am getting hella hyped. Like, I'm sorry, that's crazy, just the idea of. And it more than delivered. It did more than what it had to. You don't have the right mindset, Zesty. Why no super chat? It's not a thing in my country. Super chat, donations, even adding members to the channel is not a thing. So the only way to support is through the email down in the description. Which even there, it's not like the links. I tried to do the thing with buy me a coffee or whatever, where people can buy you a coffee on a site and you change it into money or whatever. Even that doesn't work because it needs PayPal, and there's no PayPal here. So like the only way is the PlayStation cards down there. You should go to China. I will. Just finished God of War 1 and now it feels like they ruined the storyline after God of War 1. The adventure is very good in 2, but still, why that kind of story? It was what was good for business basically at the time. Like, you gotta just be realistic about this. It was just generally good for business. Like, people loved hype shit. It wasn't just God of War, be real. It was the Attitude Era back in 2005, before 2005. Everything was like God of War 2 back then. Notice how everything was this God of War 2 hype thing. And God of War 2, like any other piece of media, followed trends. It had to be hype. It had to be turned into what it is. It had to be different than what God of War 1 is, which was a pure Greek tragedy, a one-in story. Like a one-shot, basically. It did not need a sequel or whatever. Today is not the day. Let me just showcase some Loom Chamber. Everything back then was basically get as hype as possible, make it as metal as possible, make it crazy, make it this, make it that, make it brutal, make it this. Like, you look at a game like Devil May Cry 3 that also defined that era of video games. You look at the God of War games, as we just described. You look at everything, the music that was coming out. Fucking Eminem alone describes that era. It never ends. So it wasn't just God of War 2 that followed trends at the time. Everything rightfully was. That was what was selling back then. Damn, today is not the day. It is what it is. It's not a problem. I'm just gonna show some encounters of the Loom Chamber. I'm gonna do 3 attempts back to back, hopefully to win all 3. I just went to pee, bro. Literally 20 seconds. We teleported here. I have no idea what evil-eyed means. Okay, so here's the new strat for this spot. Can basically manage from here. I shouldn't do this. This launcher is not a part of the strat. What is a part of this strat is basically what I'm doing right now, which is managing. And when things get rough, I just boom. See, shit like this happens and the siren tries to act funny, I just do this. I don't stress over the magic that I use. Because it's better than dying. Yeah, I don't have to make this strat as linear as possible. Just gotta manage. And watch out for the barrier when it opens up. See how this one didn't get petrified? Because of course. I have to really analyze what goes on. What is going on with this? Why isn't this getting petrified twice back to back? Do you see the jank? Do you feel the jank? Do I have to demonstrate it again? That shouldn't happen. For the love of God. Not especially in an Oko. You should get petrified like this and get deaded like that. I hate this. These Guardians always go for the beam after their tail swipe. That's good to know. And in here I also Atlas Quake if I feel like it. Or parry when I feel like it. And now comes the next encounter. So, launch, hammer, Chronos Rage. Hammer, hammer, he's dead. 1, 2, 1. Hold on, I know. Dead. With the collision. And if things get rough, I just do this. Now the strat for the Minotaurs is fairly simple. And I do capitalize on this when I get the chance to. The strat on the Minotaurs is simple. If I'm alone with one, I just wreck his shit like that. If two are aligned, I flash and then you'll see what I do in just a second. Here's what I do when they're like boom and then boom. If two are aligned. I just did it there to demonstrate. And when they're behind the barrier, I do this for total safety and damage output. Just keep on doing this. More damage than the Mind of the King's Shockwave by a mile. And now we backtrack for the magic chest. It's could have gone better, but it's just like I taught myself to manage here. The reason why this encounter is so janky is because the floor is in a decline incline. You should see what happens every time you grab a Hades Maker. Yeah, it's going down. I just wish it wasn't going down like this. So now there's an encounter here. Oh shit, I didn't get it. Boom. Clear everybody. No need to put up with the stress. Because you'll still have enough magic to end this. Kill this guy. Boom. Next guy comes up. Boom. That's the kind. I want to do 2 more times, but you know, without damage. Have you thought about playing the PSP God of War games? I've played them a lot. How do you feel about the support system for the PS3 being shut down a while back? It's fine as long as people can still get their games that they bought at the time, which is the case. Like not that, you know, like jailbreaking is the best thing, obviously. But like still. Boom. There were Gears games for handhelds. Just to keep this in mind, though you already know. Keep what in mind? Did you see how Kratos fell after that grab animation? And the problem isn't that he's falling, is that we have a, you know, on landing block that gets turned off. Like you actually, your block turns off for like a solid 60 frames. And it sucks. Yeah, so basically in this encounter, nowadays I'm much more open to using magic. At least than I was before. Did you see how I paused before doing anything there? And when I'm left with one siren, I, of course, capitalize as quick as I can. See, like, in here, I can't just really make this fight linear, where it works the same way every time. I just gotta improvise like this. Things do go wrong. If you use the left stick while using EH, you'll cancel the iframes. So, like, even while doing the Gorgon Rage? What a bullshit design. No, I mean, like, okay, thank you. It's not bullshit design, it's just thank you for the tips. Okay, watch this. Okay, don't watch this. They got next to each other. That's clearing literally everybody up. Me clearing everybody the fuck up. Okay. Oh. Oh. Hey. That was a nice stare off back there. A nice duel. When you draw it, I noticed you did that in wave 1. Oh, this. Ah, tricking, of course, I know. Thanks.
Let the rage of the Titans fuel your blades, Kratos.
That's two loom chambers back to back. One more. Let the rage of the Titans tickle your balls. Zesty's a fraud at this point. I'm not a fraud. I'm just trying to showcase the best way to go about this. Ascension is underrated? No, it is rightfully rated. Did I just think cycle canceling would save me from that wing attack? That barrier really obscures your vision. Amazing, got all three. There's a lot of things that obscure your vision here. The barrier when it opens up, this big ass head in here sometimes. Lead the shots to the outside. Boom. Bam. Moving on. Okay, I'm gonna use an Atlas Quake here to speed things up and then take this chest. Or maybe I don't even need an Atlas Quake. We definitely need a full magic bar for the next encounter. Lulu wants some food. No, she chilling. She been chilling. The L at the Loom Chamber is depressing, to be honest. Yeah, narrative wives. Narrative wives. Did I just say that? Narrative wise, that would have been the best Oko to win. Like, it literally would never get better than that. That's something you never do. So thank you guys for watching. I'll never do that wing clap. Now we learned. Even though it's a good half collision, I forget that these motherfuckers block everything because they're that great. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed whatever this was. It wasn't a real attempt. I'm gonna delete this after it's done. Peace.